Hi, welcome to my tutorial. My name is Jacobus. In this tutorial, I'm hoping to show you how to quickly build a string ensemble using ARIA Player and Acid Pro 7. Let's get started by taking the ARIA Player in the plugin manager in Acid Pro and dragging it to the track list. Next, we'll begin adding the instruments for our basic string ensemble. We'll add violins 1 KS first, then violins 2 KS, then violas KS, then cellos KS, and finally double bass solo KS. Next, I'm going to add MIDI tracks for each part in our project. Okay, so we'll start doing that. And then for brevity's sake, I am going to label them but not record that. Okay, now I have my tracks labeled. I've also changed the overall project key to my desired key and the desired project tempo. So I'm going to start building my project. Put the metronome on just to help keep myself in time. That seems pretty good so far. Okay, what I can do with this is copy it to violins 1, since typically, as a general rule, the first violins are usually about an octave higher than the second violins. So we'll see how that sounds. Let's see how that sounds without the metronome. Not bad so far. Okay, next let's take the second violins part and then copy that down to the violas. Let's see how that sounds. So far, so good. Okay, next, let's record the cellos part. Now, I'm going to make the cellos part slightly different just to give it a little bit more flavor. Enable the metronome. Okay, let's see how that sounds. Oh, I got a stray note there. Get rid of that. And now that I've got that part, what I can do is copy that down to the double bass, since the double bass, or the cellos in particular, usually double the double bass. But what we'll do is we'll take the double bass track, drag that to a lower okay. We'll see how that all sounds together. This sounds pretty good. Let's finish by adding some dynamics to the project by adding modulation envelopes, which control volume for each instrument in ARIA Player. So let's start with violins 1. We'll turn off inline MIDI editing by hitting G. We'll also turn off the Windows docking area by hitting F11. We'll next add a modulation envelope for each track. Get down to the last one. And with the draw tool active, holding down shift with the draw tool active, we'll simply draw in an envelope. And we'll dip and go back up. I don't know if I'm going to like that, but we can always adjust that later. We'll see how it sounds. So far, so good. Okay, we'll unsolo that. Then we'll click the envelope tool. Simply drag the loop region over the envelope points. You can tell envelope points is selected when they turn white. Hit Control C to copy. And go to the next track. Make sure the cursor is at the beginning and hit Control V. Then we'll go to the next track and do the same thing. So we'll see how that sounds. Sounds pretty good. For the cellos and double bass, we're probably going to be drawing a similar envelope, but not the same, just to give it a little bit more variety. So we'll start by, we'll close this out, zoom in a little bit on the cellos, bring up the modulation envelope to a respectable level, and with the draw tool active, start drawing a waveform. And we'll see how that sounds. Sounds pretty good. Choose the envelope tool. Make sure the cello's track is selected. Drag over, copy, go down to the double bass track, and again with the cursor at the beginning, paste by using Control V. And we'll see how that sounds. And there you have it. Well, I thank you for viewing my tutorial, and I hope you learned a little something. Have fun.